Hello, Gypsy here. I don't normally do these kind of videos. I happen to be outside the coffee shop that I'm going into to have me a sandwich and do some homework. And I happened to, before I went in there, happened to be reading on my iPhone some of my email and was looking at some messages on Facebook and noticed this debate going on between a friend of mine and her sister. I tried to explain to her that debating with Christians is like feeding trolls. It really is. It's like feeding the troll. She still finds herself wanting to argue with them. I'm hoping she'll outgrow that. Most young pagans do. They do eventually outgrow it. I think part of the debating or part of the arguing with them is the whole rebellion against them and their religion and them pushing their religion on us thing. I think it's part of the birthing process of the transition over from your old religion into a new, more open-minded religion like ours. So, most young people, I've noticed, do tend to eventually outgrow the whole wanting to argue and debate with these narrow-minded, closed-minded people. Because we all know, as older people know, that you can't argue with a wall. You're not going to win. I mean, go ahead. Go walk up to a wall and punch it. All you're going to do is hurt yourself, because sure as hell ain't going to hurt the wall. And it's pretty much the same way with, the Christians, like open-air preacher and stuff, when you debate with them on YouTube. You're basically socking a wall, because that person is not going to change their view. And if anything, they're only causing you stress. They're getting you upset. They're getting under your skin. So who are you really hurting when you argue with them? You're hurting yourself, really. Because you're wasting valuable energy. You're wasting valuable life force. Sitting down and making videos arguing with a wall. And that's what these Christians are. They're walls. To be honest with you, I hate seeing the young people beating the crap out of the wall and blooding up their hand. But I guess it's part of the learning process and, the birthing process of the transition. They have to rebel. They have to completely break away from that ideology before they can finally, they got to get all that aggression and all that emotional pain and stuff that religion has caused them out of their system. And then eventually they can realize, okay, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time on them. What can I do to further my religion? Oh, screw them. Screw the Christians. What can I do to further my faith? Well, I can go out and teach people about my faith. Not waste my time arguing with them, but going out teaching my way. And that's what most of us older pagans do. Now, does that mean us older pagans tend to be immune to these kind of jerk-offs and don't find ourselves debating with them once in a while? Yeah, we let them get under our skin once in a while, but usually the only time they get under our skin is when they actually take their words and take it into the courtrooms and into our city halls and into our capitals and into the lawmaking chambers of our country. That's when they get under our skin, and that's when we step up and we do debate with them. But we're not so much debating with them than we debate with our politicians of reminding them, hey, you're here to uphold our Constitution, not their religion. And that's what brings me to the purpose of this video. The discussion that they were having, and I'm putting it mildly, the discussion they were having was whether or not our country was built on Christianity. Well, my friend is right. We were not built on Christianity. If we were built on Christianity, our country, we would be a theocracy. The God forbid that we were a theocracy. Can anybody say Taliban? That's why we went to Afghanistan. Or one of the reasons. We were looking for Al-Qaeda, but we did destroy the Taliban, which was a theocracy. And you look at what that theocracy is doing, it was oppressing its people. Why did we leave England? Well, because England at that time was a theocracy. It was a monarchy controlled by the Church of England. Okay? Why did we have the Tea Party, and why did we break away from England, and why did we write the Constitution in the United States? Because our founding fathers, and I'll get to them in a minute, but our founding fathers did not feel that we should be ruled, that the religion should be in politics, and that your relationship with your deity is a personal matter, and politicians have no right to tell you how you should have that relationship with your higher power. Back to our founding fathers. There's this belief that our founding fathers were Christian. And I'm not going to say that there weren't some Christians among our founding fathers. There were. There were all kinds of different men among our founding fathers. There were a couple of atheists. One of our most famous men in history in America was a full-out open atheist, and that's Benjamin Franklin. And nobody can take away some of the great things he's done for our country, besides help write the Constitution and signed it. He also discovered electricity and what went on to become the light bulb, and he, he set up our whole library system in their country. He was involved with libraries and education in America, our public school system and stuff, back when it was still fairly decent. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, all of them, all our founding fathers were either atheists or deists. So were the deists founding fathers Christians? Some of them may have been. For lack of a better language at that time to use, they borrowed language from the Judeo-Christian faith in their description of their concept of God, of their concept of deity, by the fact that they used the big G letter for God. That did not mean that they were espousing Christianity. They were espousing some of the views of Christianity which they agreed with. What they did not agree with was how those beliefs were being used in politics, and they didn't think that man had a right to dictate to another man how they interpreted those spiritual philosophies.